Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week four's game of the week of the CDL or the Chromatic Draft League. Now I know what you're thinking, hold up, Vanilla, it's late in the week and there was no game of the week last week. And I say, yes, there wasn't. And that is because I did not receive a result on what the game of the week is for last week. And if you didn't know, I'm not the one actually selecting the game of the week. I have Yuck and Shark on that because I am quite busy with other things. And we're spreading the workload around between other people. So I just simply didn't get one last week, and this week I was super busy, and I wanted to do it on, I think it was Tuesday. I forget when it was, but Shark deleted his team, and then we didn't have his team, and then we were waited for him to tell me he didn't have his team, and then it is what it is. So Noct is once again getting the protagonist view, because this is his second time on Game of the Week, which means he's currently in the running. Actually, he's in the lead. He's running in the lead for the award for most performances or most appearances in Game of the Week. So as you can see on the screen right now, both teams are indeed 3-0. Remember, this is week 4, so only 3 games have been played. We've seen Nox's team before here: Togekiss, Heatran, Superior, Toxapex, Mega Garchomp, Rampardos, or Orbeetle, Honchcrow, Champ, Licky Licky, Rotom Frost, Wobbuffet, and then you have Adrian's team, which is Tornadus, Lopunny, Omega Lopunny, Galarian Slowking, Slurpuff, Swampert, Arcanine, Copperajah, Grookey, Gogoat, and Hydreigon. Looking straight up at the matchup, Heatran is really good here because you can run Magma Storm, Power Herb, Solar Beam, which is the best set to get Swampert and kill it, which is actually my favorite set. I'm half joking, but I'm kind of not. That's an inside joke between a lot of the people in here, and you should get it. Also, Heatran is kind of good for trapping Slowking. Slowking can run Earthquake though, which kind of sucks. It also switches into Superior kind of well, which is cool. Arrow along with Rotom Frost if you want to run a specially defensive set or AV. Lopunny's pretty good this game if you can isolate and get rid of Toxapex. He has a hard time breaking Pex overall, which is going to need either some sort of variant of Hydreigon or maybe some variant of Burn Up Arcanine or something or other. Slowbro is kind of good this game. Again, Pex is a really hard mon to break for Adrian. He has to really work around that if he wants to break Pex. What else? Heatran is good this game. I really went with the Heatran. Superior is okay this game if you can get rid of Arcanine and the Heatran's good this game if you can get rid of Arcanine. Oh yeah, and the Swampert, which can actually be taken out with Heatran or with Solar Beam. Yeah, Solar Beam, or you could run that one that I think it's Nature Power. Yeah, you can run Nature Power as well and maybe take advantage of Grookey. But that's not likely. Copperajah is really bad this game. Mega Garchomp is actually pretty good this game as well. Stone Edge, Earthquake, and then if he wants to run Scale Shot, it totally can. Along with Dragon Move. Honchkrow is okay this game. But yeah. It's going to be a good game. I have only one of the teams, so I'm not going to spend, I obviously didn't, but I'm not going to spend too much time on this analysis because it is currently, actually, it doesn't matter how late it is, but it is late. So let's go ahead and let me pull up my thing, and let's go into, yeah, that's the right one. So this is Nox's team here. He has a physically defensive Togekiss, speed invested to outspeed something. I'm assuming it's the... I don't know what I'm assuming it is, but I'm assuming it's for something. Rocky Helmet Toxapex is for the Lopunny, getting show on the Lopunny, I'm pretty sure. Garchomp here is pretty standard offensive SD Scale Shot. Rampardos is Max Addy with all the attacks carrying its upgrade, which is actually the Crest. Machamp is Addy Sub, Bulk Up, Drain Punch, Stone Edge with the Prism Scale, and the Prism Scale in the Underwater field, which is the field we are using in week 4, makes it so that the teams are, or the mon holding the scale becomes a water type. Soak is applied to it, and I believe it's a special attack boost as well. Uh, and then Heatran, especially defensive with some speed, running Toxic, Magnetism with Power Tech to trap stuff. So that's awesome. And of course, because we do not have Adrian's team, we cannot go over it, which sucks. And apparently I forgot to load up the replay. So give me a second. And there's the game. So awesome. As you can see here, those are the... we're going to switch protagonists to you because Nox's the only one that showed his team. Sorry, Shark. So as you can see, we went over Nox 6 already, and Shark is going to be bringing the Mega Lopunny, the Galarian Slowbro. I don't know the Galarian Slowking. I'm not sure why I trip up on the Galarian Bros and the Kings. I always mess up with those two. Then of course he has his Tornadus, the Hydreigon, the Swampert, and the Slurpuff. So as you can see, he is going to have a hard time breaking the Pex. The only real things he has an answer to is possibly Thunder Punch Lopunny if it gets chipped enough. But of course, even Pex has a like it can work around it. Slurpuff can't really do anything. The Earthquake from Swampert could be nice later on. +2 from Hydreigon Ascleplot could be doing something. Or even physical with Earthquake if you wanted to do that. And then, of course, Psychic from Galarian Slowking. So, I yawned, I'm sorry. Oh, one day, I promise, one day, I'm gonna get it without killing you guys. Sorry about that. So battle starts off, we're gonna go to slow with an Earth Power from Swampert onto Toxapex lead. Which is nice because Nox gets to trade Toxic 50%, which really means nothing because Pex's Regenerator will take care of that, along with a Recover here, which is super good for Noct. I'm going to skip this song because it's like super loud. Galarian Slowking comes in and eats a knockoff, or gets hit with a knockoff, losing its Choco Berry, which really sucks, and fires off Toxic, which does 75%, which is really nice. So that reveals to Noct that this is his primary answer. This is his main answer to Pex, and he gets caught, which is with really nice Earthquake switching on the Heatran. Shark is going to switch out here, fearing something, and Nox going to protect for leftover damage. Tornadus is here, which is pretty much just going to always U-turn out here. It really can't touch it with too much unless it's running Superpower, which is possible, but U-turn goes back into the Lopunny, which can't stay in here because the Crest will give it sturdy and will trade the kill. But Noct just goes into Togekiss anyway, which is his primary check for the not his primary check, but one of his checks for the Lopunny, and go ahead and flinches the Swampert, which is just really coming out here to take damage. Swampert's pretty good this game. It was pretty good this game. But Garchomp's going to come on here on the Tornadus, and Shark is going to reveal Icy Wind, which is really cool tech, which 2-hit KOs, and he also tanks a Stone Edge in return, which is really nice. Not sure why I knocked it in Mega there. Stone Edge would have done more, I'm pretty sure, like a lot more. But Shark's going to U-turn out into his Slurpuff on the Heatran, which pops the Prison Scale and then becomes a Water type and grants it the special attack boost, which is really cool. Oh no, the speed boost, which is really cool. And starts clicking Calm Mind, which is awesome. Heatran goes ahead and Toxics, which sucks. And then Noct has a beautiful series of plays here. So Toxic's racking up damage, and Noct switches into Toxapex on the Surf. 1 to, of course, preserve his Heatran, and then 2 to let Toxapex get some more regenerated health. Off the Surf, he goes into Garchomp to eat a Psychic, and just preserve more damage on the Toxapex on the Slurpuff here. So Slurpuff is slowly being whittled down. Togekiss comes in here and eats a Surf. Takes 50, but not a super big deal here. With Pex slowly getting up to be healthier. So Pex comes in on another Surf here, which is just super good for Noct here. Now he's gonna pretty much waste this entire Slurpuff as Heatran comes in and gets killed, which is rough, but not the worst thing in the world. At this point, he still has the sturdy intact on Rampardos and can handle Tornadus that way, and otherwise Heatran wasn't doing too much with the rest of the game, especially that lower percent. So Toxapex comes in here and eats a Hurricane as he fires off, I believe, he knocks off this, the Boots, which is an interesting bring. I'm not sure if I would have brought Boots myself if I was worried about Rampardos, because Rampardos isn't really setting rocks too much, I don't think. Hydreigon comes in here Not that I think boost is bad, obviously, but I think that I might have brought something else. We never know. So Garchomp comes in here on a substitute, which is really cool, and Shark is going to reveal a cool tech, which is Shook Up Salac Berry. And actually got super lucky with 3 hits there specifically. 2 wouldn't have popped the Salac Berry, and 4 would have killed. So Rampardos comes in here, and Shark is going to go ahead and bring it down to Surdy. Will knock Ops to stay in and go ahead and click Superpower and just to kill it. So right now it's 4-4. Renok's kind of been in charge of this game. He dodged some pretty big bullets with the guy, what you call it. So Rampardos comes down here to the Tornadus, which is nice. Tornadus is going to come back at around, I think it's 90 something next time it comes in, thanks to Regenerator. Machamp comes in here, and this is really cool. So it's holding the Prism Scale here. So it becomes a water type, and it's going to go ahead and click Bulk Up, which is a really cool play. Now the reason this is good is because Psychic no longer will kill it from this at this situation. So Psychic from the other guy would have been an Oko, of course, but then he reveals Substitute to avoid any Toxics or Scalds. So Mudkips is going ahead, and he was fishing for a Scaldburn there, but the Substitute is going to completely eat that. And now Noct is free to just spam Bulk Up here, and Shark is in a really bad position. So he goes ahead and fires off Earth Power to break the Substitute, and pretty much has to let Swampert die to ensure that sub doesn't go back up. So Noct understands that, of course, and he just goes ahead and clicks Bulk Up and just tanks the Earth Power, which is pretty much all you can do at this point. Dynamic Punch comes out and goes ahead and kills the Swampert, which is nice. This is the second time we've seen Bulk Up Machamp from Noct this season, and Burb is going to come here and drop to Stone Edge, and the reason it outsped is because of that speed boost, which is really nice. Machamp is going wild, and then it comes out here and does 91 to Glaring Slowking, but unfortunately gets killed in return with Psychic, which is unfortunate. But now the situation is really good for Noct. So Togekiss comes out here and kills with Air Slash. Interesting play. I think I don't know what the optimal play is there. I'm pretty sure you need Slowking around, and you need to pivot with it a little bit so that you can preserve it and possibly win with Psychic Spam. So then for some reason Last Resort comes out here, and I'm not sure what the tech, it was supposed to be some sort of workup set. So Power Up Punch is revealed here, but Toxapex is Rocky Helmet and Toxic, and there's pretty much no way for Noct to lose this game, especially since Shark just throws out a triple axle and kills himself with Toxic and Rocky Helmet damage. So I think looking back, the play there is to, since at that point Lopunny wasn't weak to Air Slash, is to kind of pivot around and maybe try to get you back to a more healthy position so that you can take on this Toxapex with the Slowking. But that is going to be the end of the game as Shark dies to himself, and you see Machamp and Toxapex put up a great performance. So that is going to be it for, that was a short one. That's going to be it for Week 4's Game of the Week. That is 2 appearances for Nocturne, and now 1 for Shark, which is cool. Shark goes to be 3-1 going into Week 5, and Nocturne stays 4-0, which is I believe he is the only undefeated coach left. I think this was the final bout between undefeated coaches, if I remember correctly. And that is correct. So Noct is 4-0 with a +10 differential, and Adrian is right behind it with a 3-1 record, +13 differential. Top 5 right now is Noct, Adrian, Red, Khalib, and Uprog, with Fat Rat closing in behind at 3-1 as well. So that is going to be it for this video. Nothing else really. Stay tuned for a special video for the Chromatic Draft League in general is coming out, or not Chromatic Draft League, Chromatic Server is coming out tomorrow, should be, along with SPDL, or not SPL, TEC content, and then more CDL content coming soon. But with that, goodbye, God bless, and have a great day.